Ted and Family Guy, and you're listening to The Anthony Rogers Show. Lucky you.
Damn. Look at that asphalt. Residential asphalt services. Call Dan today.
Hi, I'm Sheena Ryder, and you're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
I'm Senna Storm, and you are watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
What's up, y'all? It's Funny Man from Hollywood Undead, and we're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
How's it going? This is Sean from Smile Like Soul, and you are watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
Robin Wilson, lead singer of Jim Blossom's, part-time singer for the Smithereens. You're listening to The Anthony Rogers Show.
Hi, I'm Addis Fouché, and you're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
Anthony Rogers Show.
Anthony Rogers Show.
Hey, it's my wife Sadie Rose, and you're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
But it's not. It's The Anthony Rogers Show.
Nikki Knightly
Tell
here.
all your friends to watch
And if you're a rock band,
The Anthony Rogers
suck
Show.
my dick.
The Anthony Rogers Show.
Oh, dude. So you're on Anthony Rogers Show right now, and I just want to know, what's it like taking people's jobs? You feel good about yourself?
The
Huh?
Anthony Rogers
Oh,
Show.
you're just gonna walk away. Oh,
Tell all
okay.
of your friends
Okay,
to
bet,
watch
dude.
The Anthony Rogers Show.
See ya. Oh, you wanna fight? Oh, okay.
The
You wanna
Anthony
fucking go?
Rogers
You wanna
Show.
fucking go, dude?
It's the best show in the
Where's it going?
universe.
Like, what's
The
happening
Anthony
right now?
Rogers Show.
Oh, now you want. Oh, okay, never mind.
Recording.
Okay, hey, we're here with Fox from Dexter and the Moon Rocks at Rockville in Daytona. Okay. How's it going, guys? You're here on the Anthony Rogers Show?
Hey, thanks for watching this video, and I want to say without companies like Luxurious Bastard Beard Oil, this video wouldn't be possible to make. So you can go to the links in the description, Luxurious Bastard, promo code Legendary, get some beard oil, great smells, great function, great look, great shine, you know. Do that and support the sponsors so we can continue to make videos like this for you. Thank you.
You're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
You have to do that again. One more time.
She's drunk.
Alright, go one more time.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
You're watching The Anthony Rogers Show.
Can you say it in a super deep voice, too?
Oh,
No.
no.
We could, but that's gonna be $500. You're not gonna.
We don't want that to live
You're not gonna
online.
get that footage. That's gonna go viral.
That'll go viral.
That's gonna go viral.
Put it on my Instagram.
What up?
How you doing, man? We survived that really long intro together, you know?
We did. We made it through it.
Dude, you're an absolute fucking legend, man. Everybody knows who you are. You're like the only other male porn star than like Ron Jeremy who people like know their name, I think, in my opinion.
Come on,
I'm letting you know that. No,
I think
you
that's
got a lot of
pretty
friends on
accurate.
your phone. I'm just saying, anyone I told you're on this show today was like hyped and knew who you were.
Wow.
Like anyone. Just so
That's really cool, man.
I mean, you've been on forever. How long have you been in the industry?
22 years.
Wow, I was going to guess 20. 22 is a long ass time, man. Making the distance there.
I'm surprised I did something that long. My attention span, I have terrible attention span, but it was
I mean, having really good sex on camera for money for that long is pretty awesome.
That's what it was. I imagine that was what it was. Right?
Out of all the things to do for that long, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
What were jobs you had outside of this?
Well, before I got into business, I did motorcycle mechanics. You know, I did some welding and fabricating, and I was an electrician helper. And at a young guy's age, I worked in a machine shop, and then I got into the Chippendales Magic Mike male review dancing. Strangely enough, I started working out because I realized that the girls liked the guys that worked out. You know, so once I figured that out, I figured I'd start working out, and then I met a couple guys at the gym, and they thought, "You got a good look. You should dance." We dance. This was back in Texas, and I went with these guys to a big country bar out in Killeen, Texas, and there was 500 women screaming and hollering over these guys and chicks throwing money at them, and I thought, "No, that's it. I was hooked." So I got back to Jersey and started doing that, and did that for about 10, 12 years, and then got into the adult industry. So
nice.
Badass, man.
Hi, Frankie. How's it going? This is our weather guy.
I'm doing great so far. Today, I'm doing great. When will we start recording?
Oh, we are.
We're live. We're live right now.
Today is Veterans Day in the States and Remembrance Day in Canada. Things are great so far. It was rain outside earlier today. It's just showers and rain on and off rain, but it's windy in my area. It wasn't windy earlier, and it was warmer earlier in Sydney, Nova Scotia, and lots of cold air hit Florida earlier in the week and brought flurries in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and all those places. I'm doing a lot of YouTube short videos now for Arizona, California, different places, Europe, and things like this. And I'm doing weather forecasts in different places in Europe and all those areas and things like this. And Japan's
Los
getting cold and
Angeles?
warm weather fighting each other.
Is it going to rain in LA soon?
It's going to rain in LA. So they got warm air heading for Atlanta, cold air fighting each other. More rain heading for Seattle, Portland, and Los Angeles is getting a lot of rain on Thursday. It's going to eventually head for Phoenix, Arizona on Friday night. And the Saturday's going to bring so much rain. Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona, Yuma, Arizona, and all those places.
Nice.
That's freezing in Florida. It's like 40 degrees or something here. 40.
Yeah, I heard they got a little cold snap.
Damn.
It's cold in the state of Florida right now. Then it got warm air in Saskatchewan, and Madison Hat, Alberta is really warm there right now.
Nice.
What's it like back in St. Louis?
And in Perth, it's really dry right now. And they're getting a lot of rain. Rome, Lee, later on this week and the next week. It's going to bring so much rain. Rome and Lee. It's going to bring lots of rain. Lisbon, Portugal on Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to affect Madrid, Spain, and all those places. In England, Wales, Scotland, Ireland, lots of rain heading for there this week.
Nice. You need rain, man.
Right.
Lots of rain today, this weekend as well. Today is Remembrance Day holiday in my country, Canada, and Veterans Day in your area.
What's your holiday?
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day in the States and Remembrance Day in Canada.
What's
on the same day.
What's Reverence Day? What's your holiday about?
People who died in World War I and World War II and Korean War, they have to do a moment of silence and things like this. I'm wearing the Remembrance Day poppy.
Awesome, brother. That's cool, man. Yeah, no, definitely. It's nice made it easy
in
for
your
us.
area.
It's cool, man.
And my book is being prepared. Go to Amazon.com, search Frank MacDonald.
What was the last part, brother?
My book is Be Prepared, a Frank MacDonald Guide to Life, Weather, and Everything.
Yeah, you should definitely check that book out.
And I get a t-shirt edition of Frank Bobblehead. T-shirt edition of Frank Bobblehead on National Bobblehead Hall of Fame website.
I need to get a bobblehead. Like, that just sounds like such a cool piece of merch. Like, you as a bobblehead.
It's on National Bobblehead Hall of Fame website. Google t-shirt Frank Bobblehead National Bobblehead Hall of Fame.
Nice. Wait, a Hall of Fame bobblehead? Is that what you're trying to say? Your bobblehead was inducted
T-shirt
into the
edition
Hall
of
Fame?
The T-shirt edition of Frank Del Bobblehead on National Bobblehead Hall of Fame website.
What? There's a National Hall of Fame bobblehead website.
And he's on it.
Am I
Yeah.
getting that
National
right?
Bobblehead
That's
Hall of
amazing.
Fame. It's located in Milwaukee,
That's
Wisconsin.
amazing. I had no idea. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's awesome.
National Bobblehead Hall of Fame. A museum is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. People can order a T-shirt Frank Del Bobblehead on that website. It's in Wisconsin.
Wow. It's a museum? Is it just all
If the people
bobbleheads?
can order it, they sell all different bobbleheads there.
That's awesome.
It's cool, man.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. He's a cool guy.
You have a question for Tommy Gunn?
And Tommy and Howard thinks, did you meet Gigi Dior yet?
Have I met Gigi Dior?
Tommy, she met me in person in October 17th and October 18th, 2025. Gigi Dior met me at Dooley's in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Nice. Yeah, wonderful. Sadly, we've never bumped into each other over and over again.
Gigi Dior bumped into me in October 17th, October 18th, 2025. That's last month. Gigi Dior bumped into me last month.
She bumped into you, huh?
She contacted me through Twitter Messenger back in late September of 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, this is the porn star that like just came to see you, right?
Yes, she came to see me on October
tell me about
17th
weather.
and October
Oh my
18th,
God.
2025.
She's like, it's so hot when you tell the weather.
and I met Ebony Mystique on Anthony Rogers' show before
that's
Gigi
right.
Dior met me in person.
That's
I met
his favorite porn
Ebony
star,
Mystique on
Ebony Mystique.
Anthony Rogers' show.
Nice. Where's everybody at?
I met her.
Where's everybody coming to us from?
He's in Canada.
Ah, okay.
He's in
I
Sydney.
think
Nova
he's in
Scotia.
Florida right now, right?
I'm in Florida, but I live in St. Louis. What about you?
I'm in LA at the moment, yeah.
So is Nikki, too.
Same.
Nice.
Hey, if you want to follow me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD, my thread is at Frankie MacD924, and my X form and Twitter is at Frankie MacD. My link tree is Frankie MacDonald, and my Reddit is FrankDonald924. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD924. My TikTok is FrankDonald924. My Clapper is FrankDonald924. My Twitch is FrankDonald924. My Snapchat is FrankieMCD1. My YouTube channel is Stocks Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frankie MacDonald. Best luck there. I'm Frank Donald. You listen to Anthony Rogers Show every Tuesday nights.
God bless you, brother.
Okay, thanks, bro. See you later.
Appreciate it, brother.
We'll see you, man. Thanks for showing up.
That was like 15. I can never keep track of how many social media
Wow.
accounts.
I'm so glad I wrote all that down.
If you were a girl porn star, he wouldn't have left. He'd still be here. He would talk. He stays as long as how many girls there are here. Like if there's like a bunch of girls here, he'll stay the whole episode. If it's dudes, he'll be like, "Yeah, follow me, guys. Anyway, I gotta go. Anyway, see you later, bros." Like,
He'll just keep talking about the weather, and then he'll start being like, bragging about himself. He's like, "Yeah, one time I met this one celebrity, and then he'll name the exact date and the exact time and the exact location of where he met that person. It'll all be like totally like on point." I'm like, "Man, this guy, he's like a Rain Man. He's like the Rain Man of weatherman."
Did you write your book? Did you write your book Unloaded, or is that how was that? I dabbled a little bit into that, and like that's you have a book called Unloaded coming out.
Yeah, my book's called Unloaded. It was myself and Jim Steele. Jim Steele was my assisted me in the writing. And
was that hard to write a book about yourself? Like I can go through and do everything. Was that like a hard thing to do?
I'll tell you what was hard about it was having to go and relive some of the dark, terrible moments, because I've had my fair amount of those.
Yeah, that would be hard.
From my drug addiction days to surviving a family member of mine took her life.
God, that's horrible.
I discovered them.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. That's traumatic as fuck.
Having to talk about that. And it's one of those things where, I can close my eyes and see it as it was 30 years ago. So to have to relive those moments and then then there's the good and fun moments and the things of that nature that were really great. So it took a toll. It was pretty rough, but with the help of Jim and him making me feel comfortable and helping me through the process, it took us about 2 years. And the truth be told, there's so many things that aren't even in the book because you can only make a book so long until people go, this is like an encyclopedia. You can't
right.
put it all in there. It's unfortunate, but I had to just pick the better ones, the more interesting stories out of them all. And, I put as much, heart and soul into the dark period. I don't want to leave any like that out because those things I want to share because I hope that, some readers may have had their own experience with some darkness and drugs and things of that nature. And to show that and to be vulnerable as a person and not hold anything back, so to speak, maybe that would be helpful to someone else out there. So
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that definitely helps a lot of people, being vulnerable. Because a lot of people have gone through that. I've gone through that, and it's hard. It's crazy kind of getting to the other side, be like, wow, I didn't fucking die. I shouldn't even be alive, and so many people that didn't make it, that aren't able to really share their stories or pass on hope and tell people hey, you don't have to be stuck on drugs and living in the streets or whatever your story is the rest of your life. That's not something that you have to be doomed to. You can actually change and grow and heal from a lot of that,
Absolutely. Break that
That's awesome.
cycle and get out of that spiral.
Yeah, totally.
I never, there was times I thought this is it. I don't know what to do, how to get out of it. In fact, there was a time when I was ready. I was all prepared. I had the means all figured out, and I was going to just do it. And something clicked, and I just chose to try and just keep getting up and brushing myself off. And so luckily I didn't succumb to that, unfortunately. So.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
It could be hard,
What stops you in a moment like that? What goes through your head and stops you in a moment like that? Because you're fighting demons at that point. Those aren't even real thoughts, probably. You know what I mean? You're. What encourages you to stick around, for people, man? What's your thing,
Well, I'll tell you, when I was at the darkest moment, I was on as much cocaine as a human could possibly take. My heart was beating so fast. I had a revolver that I had from a friend who had given me a revolver with it's a little 5-shot Saturday night special chrome revolver that I had. And, I thought, man, this could be the way out if I can't overcome this. And one night I was just so spun out that I had carved my name in a bullet and thought, the day ever I got my name with the bullet on there, and I'll just, end this cycle because I couldn't stop it my own.
Yeah.
So I had the hammer pulled back, and I was pretty much had the gun with me, and I was just so spun out, and I would drink anything I could find, cooking wine, smoke butts out of cigarette garbage in my apartment. And I just kind of, passed out. And when I woke up, I had written a note on a chalkboard. I had a chalkboard in my apartment, a pretty big one, like the size of a schoolroom. That was there before me, but I wrote on it, basically wrote, sorry that it came to this, and I couldn't see the light through the darkness. And so when I woke up the following morning after being so fucked up, I saw the chalkboard, the gun was there on the bed, and I just said, I can't continue on this trajectory, if you will. So that's when I decided, and then strangely enough, I got into the porn business, and it saved my life. Porn got me sober, which is very unusual.
How long have you been sober now?
Oh man, 25, 22 for the most part, 22 years. Damn. I see sober in the respect where I got off drugs I wasn't much of a drinker. I only drank just to knock the edge off from being so fucked up on cocaine and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Drink, you know, chug a bottle of vodka just and not even feel it. So when I say sober, you know, I'm not like recovering where I'm like counting the days and stuff. I can have a beer now, but I choose not to because I don't want to. Not that I would fall off the wagon and go right back into that swirl. Like I could see a pound of Coke right now on a desk and not have any interest in it. And not be like, oh God, don't get that near me because, you know.
Yeah.
So when I say sober, I mean the business got me. It gave me something I could fixate on and say, fuck, I can do this and I can excel at this, but I can't do it half shot in the ass and fucked up because it's a physical thing. You know, I treated myself like an athlete. I thought if I can do this, I'm going to have to treat myself like an athlete. I'm going to quit everything. I'm going to work out and treat myself like an athlete, eat right, you know, train and all those things. Cause you know, that performance on camera is literally a physical thing. It's physical as you can get, right? You know?
Yeah, totally.
Doing that all fucked up, drinking the night before. Plenty of guys do and have, and they fail and they end up, you know, in that bad way. I've seen plenty of it, but for me, I started at 36, the business. So I had already done all that stupid shit. So when I found the business, I realized, fuck, this is my chance to straighten up and treat it like an athletic, like a sport, if you will, in some capacity. So that's what I did. You know, I was blessed in that respect to be able to kick the habit and see a more brighter future in my life based upon this business. So a lot of people fall victim to the opposite. You know, they get in and then the lifestyle changes and they think they're a rock star and they go out and the next thing you know, they're OD'd in a ditch and their car's all banged up and, you know, terrible things happen.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, it was the opposite. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's like when people show up to set fucked up, like directors don't want to shoot you again.
Oh,
like, especially
absolutely.
if you're a guy, because like you're the one basically doing most of the work in the scene. Like you have to get hard. If you can't get hard, like everyone's sitting there waiting. It's super awkward. And then there's all this pressure, and then he can't get hard because everyone's waiting, and there's all this pressure, and he's like, oh, like, and it's just
you know, it's a thankless job in some capacity. People would say, you know. So.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I managed to be able to get my footing real quick, realize what I needed to do and how to do it. And I attribute that to being older in order to figure myself out versus being some 18, 19, 20-year-old kid who's trying to understand himself and his body. And all those things. I knew all those things.
That's too much power for a kid, man. Like for a 20-year-old, that's too much power.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be crazy.
Anybody? I got in porn when I was like 20, and I felt like I totally started partying more because I was making so much money, and then I was blowing through all my money because I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna make this much money for the rest of my life. Fucking retard! Like, no, I just blew all that shit on fucking drugs and shit. Like 100%. Like.
It's definitely a recipe for disaster. Again, much like Hollywood, if you're a successful actor in Hollywood and you blow up quick and the next thing you know, out there and you're feeling great and you're in that mix of people and those parties and whatnot.
You feel untouchable and like, you know, like, what's the word?
Invincible.
Invincible. Yeah, you feel invincible. And so you're like, I'm going to live forever.
I think probably saved my life being like a failure till I was 28. Probably saved my life.
Exactly.
I could not have.
Moral of the story: stay a failure until you're at least in your 30s.
I feel like that's
all your systems.
Because, dude, any kind of success like that in your early 20s, I mean, dude, I know I have buddies that got signed at like 21 and stuff, and I'm just like, I have no idea how they're alive. Like I literally just like hear these stories and like how fucked up they got in their 20s. So I'm like, how are you even still here? And I feel
Exactly.
like I got fucked up without being successful. So I can imagine like same thing you're kind of saying. It's like a crazy. It's like that's very interesting stories. I think more people. Like you see more people come to entertainment to get like vices and stuff like that, and that was like your escape from vices, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
Smarter.
But it's probably why you were so successful, though. Honestly, and that's probably why you've lasted so long. Like
anybody I told I was doing the show today, like usually they'll be like, "Who?" or something. And it'll be a big guess. They're like, "Who's that?" Is it everyone knew who you were that I told I was doing this to?
Wow, no shit. I'll tell you what's the craziest thing is that I am, because I'm me, right? I don't know what that even means, because I'm just some small town kid from Jersey who did what I was told. I showed up to set and they said, stand here and read these words and put this clothes on and here's your co-star. Hi, nice to meet you.
Put this dick in that.
And I did what I was told, and then over and over again I did it and was grateful and was blessed with success and being around the right people, and I won every award they make and Hall of Fame, all different branches of the business and different media outlets and stuff. So when you say, "Oh, Tommy Gunn," everybody knows me. I'm like, what does that look like? Because I don't know what it looks like.
I'm trying to let you know it's even rare. It's even rare for me to have a guest on the show that everyone knows that well. I'll have guests I think are fucking huge, man, from like bands I know or like just people like that. And I'll think they're huge. I'll tell one of my buddies, are like, "Who's that?" But every one of them, like, "Oh, I know who Tommy Gunn is." I went to go explain, like, I went to the next line. They're like, "Oh, I know who Tommy Gunn is." No, like,
wow.
so I mean, you're an absolute legend, man. People are.
I don't know. I mean, thank goodness.
People really like your dick, bro. Like everybody recognizes you and your dick, so it's kind of like
I think they want your job. I think everyone.
Oh, that too. 100.
I think everyone wants your job, bro. I think like literally everyone's like, yeah, so and what they're asking earlier. You asked me earlier. So who's your favorite like girl you've ever been in, made content with or video with, whatever terminology like that's not trash.
Oh, that question is the age-long question, because
that's what everybody's asking me.
So many wonderful. And I say this, and I've said this before. I've had sex with some of the most beautiful women on the planet.
That's why I asked.
It's hard. It's hard. I can name a few names, but
can you top 10 it? Like what?
Oh my God! Well, I mean.
And this is a riff, so don't get offended if you weren't mentioned. This is just a riff. Of
course.
Yeah.
Well, who comes to mind is there was when I grew up watching Janine Lindemulder, and then she had a blondage, she had a duo, Blondage and her and Julia Ann. So it was Janine, Julia Ann, Tara Patrick, Sonny Leone. I mean, you name it, the big ones. I never worked with Jenna Jameson. I worked under her.
Awesome.
She was a director, so she directed me in
nice
movies.
That's pretty cool. She's a legend.
Like I said, I've worked with some of the most amazing people.
That's why I asked.
Where at that moment I was pinching myself. Is this real? Like, is Ashton Kutcher going to come out here and say,
you've been punked, man.
Blow me away. Literally, it's just and still even to this day, after all these years, 22 years later, I'm now 58. I'll be 59 here, which blows me away in general. I'm almost fucking 60 years old. Holy shit, that blows me away.
You're doing great. You're looking great, and you're doing great.
And just to add to what you're saying, Anthony, it blows me away that I'll tell you what I get lately now. It'll be anywhere. Like today, I had a doctor's appointment, and I went across the street to get some prescription, and the guy's in there. He's like, "Man, I'm telling you, I know you from somewhere," and I don't have to tell him because I don't want his coworkers to be like,
yeah, right.
Yeah. So I tell him it's probably from the TV show Entourage or the movie Wolves or Gangsterland or Pawn Stars and all these other things.
Hey, you're in all those too, no? You're in those too. That's great.
So I'll tell you what I get present day now is like I said, in an airport or anywhere is, oh my God, I've been watching you since I was like 11. And I go, and then they go, you taught me a lot. And I go, and then I said, and then they say, they would add on in closing, they would say, you're almost like my internet dad.
Oh my God, stop.
There's some sort of fatherly thing going on there. And I said, well, that's not such a bad thing to be, I guess, maybe I helped a lot of these young guys out in the respect because maybe they didn't have dads growing up, or maybe they didn't have dads to ask questions about, like, tell me about the female body, Dad. And maybe there was no dad around, but I managed to, for whatever reason, be able to teach them. And I told them, I said, I hope you paid attention because. Yes.
Our generation was like, my generation, I think, is notorious for having bad dads. Like, I really do. No, I think it was everyone I know had a shitty dad that they couldn't talk to about anything. Like,
I was blessed to have a good dad, but talk about an interesting way to be kind of remembered.
Yeah,
that I played that role in these young guys' lives.
That's pretty cool. That's cool. Who would have thought being important would have made a difference in a bunch of people's lives, like in that way, And then, pretty cool.
And then I also get from women too. Women will say, you used to put me to sleep for a lot of years. And I would say, well, what are you talking about? And they go, well, I would watch your movies and have a moment with myself. I'd set some candles up and then I would do my play with myself. And then I'd go to sleep after getting whatever I needed there. And you kind of tuck me in metaphorically. I was like,
Tommy Gunn, putting women to sleep across the nation for 22 years.
So again, it's not a bad thing.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
I'm blown away by it because it's like, because like I said, I'm me and I don't see me. I can't step away from me and see me at a distance.
Yeah, right.
Who's that guy and see how people react?
That's pretty wild.
It's kind of strange. It's definitely surreal. Still to this day, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone in the comments saying, yep, I've been watching since I was 20 in 2005.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, since middle school and all these things, and I'm going, what? Then I realized, fuck, I've been doing that long. Wow.
Yeah.
So
it's gotta be, it's crazy. It's gonna be a crazy power.
I'll tell you what was when I got divorced at the age of like 30, I think it was 32. I spent 4 years alone. I was literally without anyone. I lost a lot of self-confidence. I was very, I went on this kind of a suicidal mission to just kill myself slowly with drugs as much as I could, figured I'd try everything. Yeah. So when I didn't, I found a business and I kind of got into it. Part of getting into the business was I was lonely.
Mm.
I hadn't had any interaction with any girls for years because I had no game. I just was like, oh God, what am I going to say? Hi, what's your name? You're going to go, get away from me, you weirdo, or something. So
get away from me, you big weirdo.
Well, I was like a year and a half. I went a year and a half with no sex at all. Sure, I played with myself, but no sex at all before I got into business. And when I got in, my biggest attraction to the business was I love women. I love them. I want to hug them and squeeze them. I was raised that way. I watched the way my dad treated my mom. So I always was a very loving and nurturing and affectionate guy. So when I got into business and I got a chance to literally wrap my arms around these girls and have this moment, whether they knew it or not, in my mind, I was falling in love in somewhat of a way because that's what would make it work for me. and they, whether they knew it or not, you know, in my little moment of working with them, I kissed them and treated them really well and made them feel good and made sure they were okay, because when they were in my care, I wanted to make sure I wasn't hurting them or not. But, you know, there's other guys in the business. There's two types of guys in the world, only two. And that's guys who love women and guys who don't. And they don't.
Yeah, I could vouch for that.
Once they get their hands on them, they want to smack them around and do all these bad things. And that's whatever, that's their thing. But that wasn't for me. I was always like, kiss them and make them feel good. And here, go tell your friends. You know, go you tell your friends about Tommy. Oh my God, he's so this. And, he's so that. And I learned earlier in the business that my rapport with the girls was going to be my success, because they would tell each other, oh my God, Tommy's so nice. He's this and he's that and he's this and he's built like this and he's this and he's got, you know, he's, you know.
Word travels pretty fast in the industry.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, whether you want to call it this or not, women are giving a part of themselves to me or whoever their male partner is. So, so based upon how I treat that and respect that is going to be very impactful on that girl, because they're at some point they're submitting in some capacity to my you know, this energy exchange, and call it what you will, but that's how I feel like I was a success, was by treating them all well and making them feel safe, and then being like, wow, you know, not to mention I like to be clean and be showered and be, you know, smell good and all those other things. I don't want to be a, you know, unpleasant, because that's, you know, very intimate moment. You know, you're thrust into the intimate moment. You know, your face is in each other's pants at some point or another. So,
true. Personal hygiene is very important.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be the girl or the guy that the girls were like, I got to work with him. No way, or whatever. I don't know. You know, so that was that was the way I figured it out, and I think that I was pretty accurate in that respect, because I never had any girl at all say that son of a bitch or this motherfucker or this. Not one ever. No one in the business ever said he's a motherfucker and this and that, and he's none of that.
This motherfucker. You know? Yeah.
But I've heard horror stories about some guys that girls would say he's a this and he's a that, and he didn't.
Oh yeah, totally, 100%.
He didn't acknowledge my requests for him to not smack me in the face or spit in my mouth and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Who takes that liberty of just doing that? And again, you know, who knows what goes through some guys' minds, but I knew what I needed to do in order to be successful. And I was going to be successful in the business one girl at a time.
Nice.
You know, and then the directors and the producers are like, oh my God, they need that, because they got a job to do. They got a responsibility to whoever they're producing this content for. You know, they got to get to the finish line. And I felt like as soon as they yelled action, I was the guy who got the girls to the finish line, you know, and made them feel safe and comfortable and through those moments of giving themselves to the camera, to myself, to make this immortalized moment that will live forever in the internet, right? So, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah, the chemistry between two like performers, I think, can make or break a scene. You know, like if your co-star is disengaged and elsewhere, or just like not like respectful or whatever, I mean, it can make the scene take a lot longer. It could just make everything kind of not. You could feel it. It's like even with like modeling. God. Like when I did modeling for so long, it's like if you were having a bad day, you were in a bad mood, it would just read all over your face. Like you could just feel the energy through the camera, you know. So it's like I think that's so important to have a good scene is to have some kind of chemistry with whoever it is that you're working with.
No, it's true. And as a guy too, you know, there's a lot of pressure, you know, and you know, you get up one morning and you're like, oh, I got to go to work. Who am I working with? Oh, I'm working with her. Awesome. And on the way, you get pulled over by a cop. And now you got to deal with that. And then you get to the house and the phone rings and someone says, oh, such and such, she just passed away. And you're going, fuck.
Yeah.
And then you get in the building and then, you know, you realize, oh, God, I just got that letter in the mail. Something's due, overdue. You know, all these other things that compound on just, I got to show up and try to rise to the occasion because the director and the producer are all expecting me to do the job.
Yeah, right.
All these other fucking things hanging over my mind.
Right.
So there's a lot of focus and there's a lot of things that one wouldn't even think about. Like, how hard can that be? I've had people say, oh, that's not a real job. You get to go to work and have sex with beautiful women and they pay you for it. That's easy. And I go,
then why aren't you doing it? How come you're not famous and successful doing it if it's so fucking easy?
Your real job. Use your head. Like get a job where
you're using one of your heads. Like
and I'm like, I am using my mind and all those things. This is a real job. It's like, and I have to defend that throughout the years, and it's gotten awful. And then you get the stigma about the job and the way that society looks upon it and treats us almost kind of like we're not human. We're just
lower class citizens.
You know, some lower status creatures that are.
I think it's,
bitch, you're watching this. You're going home and you're watching my scenes, motherfucker. And then you're gonna talk shit to me. Like it's kind of funny. Actually.
No, they watch it and they feel guilty and they try to act like they're better than. So
they project, I think.
Because like a lot of my Catholic friends will flip out like that too. And I'm just like, dude, you got to be projecting. That's crazy. It's like, because like I'm Christian. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm not the judge, man. I just listen to everybody the same. But I'm saying a lot of my Catholic friends will be like, I think they beat themselves up in their head for watching porn. So when they respond, most of them will never meet somebody that actually has porn. To be honest, so most of them will never probably ever meet somebody unless they wait in line and get like a fucking name tag or some shit. But I'm saying like. If they do, they can't hang. Like people try to go at Nikki for that too. Like I'd have producers try to go like give you porn, blah, blah, and she just put them in their place like 10 seconds. It's just like, I mean, it's just like they can't compete. It's what I'm trying to say against like I feel like you have the most like loose like industry with joking. I think like they have the best sense of humor.
Oh yeah.
And like just like nothing's like, and I think you guys are more famous than like Tom Cruise and shit, but you don't get the credit. Like in my opinion, like billions of views and shit like that. That's like fucking crazy, dude. Like even like a lot of these people have billions of fucking views and everybody just lies about watching it. So it's like one of those things like, they're like, I don't watch porn. No, I wouldn't do that.
I'm too good for that. Here's what's funny too is as long as your heart beats, whether you're female or male, as long as your heart beats and air goes in and out of your mouth and in your lungs, and you can see and all these other things, you're either having sex or you're desiring it. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's genetically in us that no matter who we see visually, try it tomorrow. When you see a person, female or male, you know, whoever we are, right? I see a female, I can tell my genetics kick up and I kind of look at her, not sexually, but in a way, as an attractive way, because that's kind of the dirty little secret that the creator made. He made us see and desire to create and to procreate and make more people, and he made it feel good. So,
dude, the back what you just
said. It's God's fault that even porn exists. Okay.
Dude, I used to work in this marketing company, and then they would have these glasses that track where the eyes go whenever you see products. And like I'd watch what guys would do, and I would see guys would check every girl out. Every girl they go tits, ass, back to face, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe back to girls would do the
Face
scan.
first? Oh, man.
Girls would do the scan from shoes up. They like girls like they look at your shoes and then they scan you all the way up. They're like looking at, and then that's what their eye, every single eye movement did.
I'm telling you, and this is not me just making this shit up. It's fucking it's in our,
Science.
you know.
Science,
And then here's where we went wrong, though. As soon as we took a camera out and decided to take a picture of it or film it, oh, that's the dirty little fucking. Oh my god! Which is
oh my god!
I bet you if you looked on some cave-dwelling walls,
you think there's porn in
cave woman with boobs. Oh my god!
No, you're right. They used to at the St. Louis Art Museum. They have a bunch of statues of like naked women, and like one of the tour guides told me that they used to jerk off to those statues. Like before, like we had all this visual media and crazy stuff. They were just like
early forms.
They just stand there in front of everybody.
They would just jerk off from.
I think the sooner we as a society just realize that these urges and desires are in us, they're created, and adult industry is a form of entertainment. It's not education. It's not. That's why it's called adult entertainment, not adult education. Like Holly Randall said, you don't learn how to drive a car by watching the Fast and the Furious.
Right.
So you shouldn't learn how to have sex by watching porn. It's a performance.
Yeah.
And additionally, there's no conversation among people about sex to each other at the most important part, and that's before you're having it. Like, hey, what do you like or what don't you like? It must be so awkward to want to ask those questions that I guess you just shut the lights off and wrap your arms around each other and just see how it goes. No, you should have some conversation.
We're just going to wing it, okay?
I don't know. I mean,
a lot of people do that, though. That's true. They don't really ask, or like there's no real communication.
All these things
you
and just
find out after the fact, like, yeah, by the way, I didn't like that thing you were doing the whole time. You were doing it.
Oh, I'm never
not for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm married. So my wife knows more about me than I know, man. Like I'm just like I don't like. I've been married so long. Like, she knows. I mean, she just knows. I can forget everything. She knows everything about me. It's crazy. But
again, it's just like I said. It's a harmless thing, and unfortunately there's groups of people, religious, governing bodies, and all those things that want to make it like it's just so dreadful and.
Well, I think it's definitely a sin, but I don't think it's something we should enforce and ban and blah blah. I think it's your choice as an American to do whatever you want in regards to certain things. I definitely think it's. I'm not trying to be rude, but I just mean, like, I think it's
so
definitely.
Wait, you think jerking off is a sin?
Well, I think no. I think
don't people jerk off?
No, sex outside of marriage is probably a sin. But I think, but I don't care. I'm not the judge, and I also don't think you're any less or more or whatever the fuck. I think it's fucking cool. You guys are rock stars, basically. I mean, that's how I'm like a child who thinks you guys are rock stars. That's how I feel internally. But also, I think that, I do think it's against,
No, again, and then there's that group of people in the religion. I was raised Catholic, so But again, just to go and to talk about things that have happened to me. I had a couple on Twitter today tell me, thank you so much for your contribution to our sex life as a married couple over the years. You've really given us stuff to be entertained by and help our create some excitement in the bedroom and with our relationship and I've had multiple people tell me that, and I go, well, you're welcome.
That's awesome. So instead of them cheating on each other, they just watch you, which prevents them from technically sinning. So technically, it cancels out the other sin.
I'm not the judge of all that. I was just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
There's a documentary that we did. It's called Fans Only. Episode 1 is presently on Amazon Video. You can go and see it.
What's it called?
Right.
It's called Fans Only. It's a play on words. It's kind of just flipping only.
Is it OnlyFans?
Yeah. And it's called The Human Side of Porn. I don't like the term porn because it's cheap, it's whatever, but the human side of the adult industry. And it shows that there are some amazingly talented, smart, wonderful people who are in the business and they treat it like a business, and they're functioning people, and they're not dregs to society, and they're not harmful and doing terrible things. And the second episode is being premiered in London at Piccadilly in November 22nd. I'm flying to UK for this big premiere. It's the second episode.
That's so cool. Wow.
Dreams, Fame, and Desire. That's the second episode. And in that, we interview a bishop. And this bishop says that it's not the church's place to judge anyone. It's not the church's place to judge.
I think church was a mistranslation. I think the world's the church. Ecclesia is the Greek word for like that being transferred like to English. And I think it was a mistranslation. I think the world's the church. Yeah. I think you'll find more sin in the church than you will in your industry.
Yeah, I mean, hey, again, as long as humans walk the planet, you're going to have all those things. And whatever industry you're in, you're going to have a dark side of it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And a more upstanding side of it.
You guys are just in HD. That's why everybody knows about it.
Okay, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's just, that's why everybody knows.
And then, it's and then in the second episode, we kind of hold a mirror to society and say, well, how are people? Why are people so against these people for doing what they do? Yet while you do what you do in your private life and whatnot and such, so it's an interesting thing in general altogether. Again,
it's like the first stone story. It's like he without sin cast the first stone. I mean, it's like
everyone's looking at each other like,
yeah, exactly. It's like we all. That's what I mean. I think we're all.
And then this bishop also made an example. He said in the story, someone was found committing adultery. They were caught committing adultery, and Jesus said, "Well, you caught him. What were you doing looking at that? What were you doing watching? So if you're so without sin, you cast the first stone." So there was that. And again, not to get all religious and whatnot. And I'm very spiritual. Very spiritual. I believe in something greater up above. I speak to God on a daily basis. Thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, God, for this warm bed I had. Thank you, God, for my food I'm eating. Thank you, God. So it just rolls off my tongue. If that's the way I manage to, express myself and articulate myself in that capacity as my version of this human experience that I'm having, then so be it. I don't go to church. I was born, raised Catholic, did all that stuff. And I pray in my way. My church is like nature. I love being out in nature. I treat people as kindly as I can. If I could do greatness on a daily basis in whatever capacity, on a big scale or a small scale, I would cure people. I would feed people. I would clothe them and house them. And, I can only do so much as a person, but I think I might be an anomaly in the respect where people say, "You do that business? What's a nice guy like you doing in a place like that?" And I go, I appear like a wolf in my exterior, but I'm really a sheep in wolf's clothing. I'm not a sheep I'm not a wolf in sheep's clothing. People look at me and they say, "Oh, you're intimidating. I would never talk to you. You look like, And I've had girls tell me, or my friends say, "This girl really likes you, but she's afraid to talk to you because you look like this tough guy and shit, with your jacket." And I go, "Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm the sweetest guy. Tell her to come say hi. I'd love to talk with her." But a lot of times I get that. People say, "You look like you would be an asshole." And I go, and they say, "You have every reason to be." And I go, "Why?" Because of what you do. What you do is kind of a stereotypical to what a guy would be if he wasn't like a conceited, guy, whatever. And I said, "Well,
some cocky player, clear energy, like yeah.
I've had girls tell me, I would never talk to you at a bar because you look like you fucked the whole place already. And I go,
whoa, damn! I'm like, is that a compliment or?
No, what's crazy is, so you mean to tell me I go to a club and I'm sitting there minding my own business with no emotion on my face.
Maybe you got resting bitch face.
And I fucking look like the worst. And I'm going, and that's what's fucking me up. I can't.
You gotta smile. You gotta smile more, dude. Yeah. You gotta.
Jeff was saying, ask him about his funniest porn shoot mishaps. Jeff in the comments. You have any like crazy like?
Wow. Okay.
You could say.
I have one. I got to try to condense this as fast as possible without getting run over time if we're getting to a place where. So I'm on set for a company called Wicked Pictures with the director Jonathan Morgan.
Oh yeah, I know him.
I'm about to do a sex scene with the young lady, and it's going to be an anal scene. And I'm dressed up like a caveman with leopard skin fur on, and she's in the same kind of getup. I got like this fake wooden club, and we're out in the woods just outside the backyard of this house where the makeup was and all the production's being held at the house. So we go from the house all the way down to this area in the woods where we're going to do the scene. And the scene is supposed to unfold like this. She's out in the jungle or the forest. I come upon her and I say, hi, in caveman language. We're actually having.
Oh my God! Stop.
So just before we're supposed to start this sex scene, she rubs her stomach and goes, "Oh man, I feel like I have to go to the bathroom." So the production says, "Yeah, just go back to the house. It'll be fine. You can use the restroom, and when you're done, come down and we'll be waiting for you." She goes, "No, I don't need the bathroom." She goes behind a tree and relieves herself into her own hand.
Holy fuck!
Takes the number 2, throws it in the woods, cleans her hands off with a baby wipe, and says, "No, I'm ready." And I go, "Okay." And then we proceed to do this. So Jonathan says, "Hold on a sec, stop. Come here, Tommy. I'm going to talk to you." And he says to me, I've known you for your whole career. I've seen you the first day, and you've just been great. You've never complained about anything. But if today you want to complain and walk off set and leave and go home, I fully understand." And I said, "No, it's fine. She's cool." So I proceeded to just thick skin it, and
oh my God,
I went on and did the scene and without no problems. And I didn't want to cause any whatever to make her feel.
Did anyone say anything to her? Like, babe, what the fuck was that?
Everybody looked at each other like this. Did you just witness that? And she did it, and she threw it. She took it and flinged it into the woods.
Okay. It sounds like that wasn't the first time she's done that.
Well, first time.
That can't be the first time she's done that. Like
memorable. So
she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I used to live in the woods. It's really not that big of a deal." Like, what? Are you good? Like
that's just one.
Wow.
One scene.
That is some next level shit. Literally.
I've had plenty of, strange, occurrences.
Was she at least hot?
Oh yeah, she was wonderful, but
okay, well, I mean, at least she kind of makes up for it.
Yeah.
My friend said I won her number.
But talk about
wow, that is.
Hey.
Ooh, that is so wild. Wow.
Well, another question for you. She's saying questions to Tommy. What's your turn on? What is your turn off? So what is your favorite thing about a woman? From Mary.
I think. Well, because I can see. Obviously, we look for attractive, whatever that is, to whoever that is, right? We all have our own version of what that is, right? Being attractive, right? But beyond that, attitude is the most important. Somebody who's nice and welcoming and kind and loving and all those things, obviously, are going to that's a huge turn on. Modesty and kind of being humble is very turn on too. Somebody who's got a, this I'm hotter than whatever, that's very unattractive, So aside from that, like if I had to work with a 10 with a bad attitude, I'd rather take a 7 or a 6 with a great one.
Yeah. Totally.
And that can apply for both parties, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody who's just wonderful and very. I've had girls tell me, "You're the reason why I got in this business because I've been waiting for this day."
I've been waiting for this. So wow, that's awesome.
I'm like,
yeah.
Walker. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. It still blows me away. Like I said, even right now, I'm sure you can see my honesty and my expression and face. Because I grew up a shy kid, very bashful. I was scared of women. I was scared to death of them. I saw them in high school and I saw them in middle school, and I thought I loved them and wanted to be with them, and I just didn't know how to get there. I was like, how do you solve this puzzle?
Yeah.
It's still a question I'm trying to solve after all this experience. People have asked me, what's your body count? I go, I don't even want to talk about that.
I stopped counting. I honestly don't know.
I mean,
I didn't realize we were supposed to keep count.
Yeah. All I know is I answer them with this: if my penis had an odometer, like old school, it would have turned over a couple times. Like the car, you go back to zero after 100.
Yeah.
What? Look at that.
Well, where can people find your book and stuff before we get out of here? Stuff like
Yeah. Amazon. If you just go to Amazon and you look up Tommy Gunn Unloaded, press the button and it'll pop up. You can purchase it there, the hardback or the soft cover.
Sorry, yeah, cool.
And then Fans Only, episode 1 and 2, there's also on Amazon video there. And again, it's just a different, more lighter, more positive look at the business at a human capacity, not some train wreck because again, there's train wrecks in every industry and again, like as long as the humans are involved in anything, you'll have darkness and more positive experiences in whatever that industry is. So I'm just, it's one of those things. Life is like this. Look at the bright side, right? You've heard that before, right? Look at the bright side.
Yeah.
Isn't that important? Let's look at the bright side. Yeah, we just crashed on the fucking deserted island in Hawaii or whatever the fuck it is. We're out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Let's look at the bright side. We're alive, and the plane was full of camping equipment, so we're going to be fine. Or it was delivering, some new strain of marijuana, and we got a shitload of and camp out and have a good time until they come get us. Whatever. Look at the bright side, right? Because the pessimism, what kind of future is that? Like, fuck, everything sucks. Well, all you're going to do is perpetuate everything sucking all the time. Oh, this sucks, that sucks, this sucks. You can't be around that in life, man. And I try to change that conversation in our minds, because our own opinion, the most important opinion we have about anyone is ourselves. What do we think about ourselves? That's the biggest part, That self-talk, that inner dialogue, man, and we all do it. We do something stupid and we say, "You dummy, how could you do something stupid?" And you shouldn't do that, because your body doesn't know, your mind doesn't know you're just kidding.
No, I agree, brother. Dude, well, you're an absolute legend. I appreciate you coming on here, man. Pleasure.
Thanks for having me, man. It's wonderful to be there, Anthony. And hopefully one day our paths cross and we can physically shake hands. And I'd love to come and see you up there on stage and making people laugh. That's a wonderful gift, because laughter is definitely a great escapism from life, because life is just all those things. It's a bunch of everything. And if we can laugh a little bit and forget about certain serious stuff and just enjoy each other's company and be kind to each other, I applaud that. So keep it up. Keep up the good work, Anthony. That's wonderful, man.
Dude, thanks, bro. No,
Yeah. It's great.
No, so you want to trade gifts?
Gifts?
I'm just joking. You trade the gifts God gave us. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, don't forget to follow me on Linktree/Nikki Knightly. Instagram is Nikki X Knightly, and my X is Nikki Knightly.
Oh, it's great to see you, Nikki.
Yeah, likewise. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise.
Fine,
Congratulate yourself for another day in the books, because we did it. We managed to get through it.
Absolutely. Every day is a blessing. Every day I'm alive is an absolute blessing.
If you're in St. Louis, I invite you to poker too, man. Like a bunch of one of my buddies is like, he goes, tell him to come play poker on Monday.
Where?
If you're ever in St. Louis, you want to play in the sky. We play poker in the sky every Monday. So
you never know. Maybe my pets might end up getting me over that way. You never know. I'd love to get out there and meet everyone and just get out there and you know, it's about moments and meeting people, and it's not the journey or the destination. It's who's riding with you, man. It's who's next to you in the passenger seat.
Definitely.
Well, y'all have a good night. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. You guys spending Tuesday
thanks so much. You got it.
Thanks all for fans for watching. We love you.
Take care.